Well, I guess we missed that throw on the turret. That's not good. Shoot somebody else, not me. The way we look, we're getting shot. This is not ideal.
Walker did some damage.
I've got points going. Throwing.
No, that's supposed to be a roll good, sir. Who's the guy who shot you? I don't see him, so I'm gonna just roll away. Where's everybody at? Guess we'll shoot at you then.
One of the walkers taking damage.
Well, don't really need videos with any of these people. So it's Bossk, I guess. Fuck it, Bossk.
The hunting grounds await.
Every scratch on those walkers is a mark of shame. You understand?
I always got the impression Leia was raised on Alderaan, though.
I am Bossk of Trendoshan.
And not that she was forced off. Because let's put it this way, if the Inquisitors find her, doesn't mean that Vader will find out it's her daughter. They just know she's a Force user, let's say, in this theory. But then they couldn't keep hiding her on that planet. If they know she's with Bail Organa, like, they would have to write it in very carefully. Because if they find out she's staying with Bail Organa and that it's someone he's looking after, they would know where to look, so they couldn't show it that way. Maybe they find out who she, like, that she's a Force user, but they don't find out she's with Organa. I really don't know how that would work. It could, but again, they'd have to be very careful writing that stuff in. Because I never got the impression she was raised off Alderaan after, you know, getting 10 years old and was on the run because the Empire was after her. I don't get that impression at all. But again, who knows? Anything's possible at this point. Why is that guy looking that way on the turret? Hello there, good sir. Can I gas you out of this thing? I don't know. We'll find out.
My task is to finish what you could not. We've only begun.
But again, maybe it's just a comic I don't know about. Maybe that's another way they could do it. I don't read the comics. Maybe they've already explained some of that in the comic that I don't know about. I'm trying to think how they can squeeze it in. Oh, hello. I didn't realize you were here, ma'am.
What's yours?
This. Who's talking about you?
Conserve your strength.
Tauntaun, move your ass, homie.
I do not remember my kills.
I mean, I still expect to see some of those bounty hunters at some point, whether on the Mando or Book of Boba, Season 2. Because we know we're not done seeing Boba, so I would imagine we see him at some point, but Who knows? Who knows? Maybe Boba won't even like him because he doesn't like bounty hunters anymore. Who knows? Maybe they're gonna go down that path. Like, no, I don't like bounty hunters. I don't support bounty hunters. Like, what? My phone making noise. Time out. I see it flashing, but I can't even hear it. Time out. Time out. Good. No shooting the Bossk. Well, no, it doesn't. I'm not even talking about them finding out that she's a Skywalker. If they know she's a Force user, and know she's with Organa, how the heck can she then be a politician and they not go after her? That doesn't make any sense. So they couldn't even find out that she's with Organa, if that's the case. So I'm assuming that's public knowledge. If she's a senator for them or whatever the hell she was, they wouldn't just let her go if they find out she's a Force user. Well, you know what? We didn't kill her. Whatever. Because if that's the case, then Vader would have known she's a Force user when he's first meeting her on the ship. If they find out she's a what do you call it? A Force user. Doesn't mean, again, you would have to write that in really carefully because it wouldn't make a lot of sense. Unless they completely hide her identity and they don't even know who she is.
What kills you?
Like, I don't know. Like, they would have to find out that there's a girl that has Force powers, but it's not connected to Bail Organa. But Bail knows there's a threat, so he calls them, but the Inquisitors never find out it's her. Because if they found that out, that info would immediately go to Vader. And again, that doesn't mean he would know it's his daughter, but they would know that she's a Force user that needs to be gone after.
We need to establish a beachhead. Take the rebel hangars. We'll stage our
But again, when Vader meets her on the ship for the first time, he did not act like she was a Force user at all. At least not that I remember. Maybe there's some like written in dialogue I'm forgetting, but I don't remember him calling her a Force user. He was calling her everything else. But not that. So if they do find out she's a Force user, Obi-Wan stops him from getting the intel out to spread it to everyone. That's how it would probably have to go, but I don't know. We shall see. What month does that even come out again? I forgot. May, right?
Predator choose.
I mean, I'm not even kidding when I say if I knew Rodriguez was directing in here, I would not be excited at all. But luckily he's not. But I mean, even Filoni and them let stuff through I didn't really like on that show, so I'm like, ugh. If the gods, as everyone makes them out to be, made mistakes. I don't know, man. Anything's possible at this point. It's not just Rodriguez, so. We shall see. Only time will tell. Hopefully it'll be good. But you can't really take any of my thoughts seriously, because I thought many things about the Book of Boba, and none of them were right. Other than the Pikes were the ones who killed the Tuscans, but that was so fucking obvious, though. That's the only thing they did to really make the Pikes look bad. I mean, besides killing the people, but like setting them up that they're like intelligent enemies. Like they played Boba.
Compete for the kill.
Yeah, I know. I'm not even gonna say it. It's a video. I'm not gonna say what I was about to say.
It's been a long time since I fought.
Not going down that path. Not on a video, anyway.
We have Additional snowtroopers will join our strike force. Regroup and
They can't use the sexism argument on Rodriguez, at least. That's what all the toned down version of what I was thinking. They might go down another path though, but let's hope they don't choose that one. He was perfect!
We will be victorious.
Hey! That is... Oh, I thought Luke was rushing us. He is not. This guy is. Well, I thought he was. There you are. Oh no, Mr. Knockdown's coming. Get out the door quickly! Get away from the knockdowns! They're coming! My little cuties are threatened! Did he hit the mic? There you go. Well, we're not going this way. 14 knockdowns waiting. Let's try a different route.
We were dead.
Yeah, I don't really rate by numbers, but it was pretty low for me too. It could have been way higher. With the same, what do you want to call it, plot lines, just shot differently. I think I could have liked it a lot more, but. There we go. Luckily there's a railing here. They put a railing here, but not on the edge of like a giant fucking cliff. Good job, Star Wars. Speaking of making sense, Star Wars makes no sense. Why the fuck is there a railing here, but not next to the goddamn Death Star, bro? Or by the laser. Wouldn't you want a fucking railing right there? I guess the rebels just take this more seriously.
It is done.
Hey, Leia! Force user! Watch out, he still hits people when he's dead, Vader. Be careful going over there. Your son got some cheats. I mean, a lot of Boba's story, or the show, was just people like the cameos. It wasn't even that the story itself was too good. That's the problem. I have no problem with cameos, but don't just make a show that lives off cameos. Otherwise, I'm going to be calling that shit out. It's like, you can have the cameos. Mando did a good job with that. It made sense seeing them. Like, I was like, oh, this is awesome! You did not hear me complain one bit about seeing Luke and Amanda. Because it fit. And they shot it very well. But here, it was like, what? Like, you just wanted to squeeze in Baby Yoda. Like, you didn't hear me saying that about the Mandalorian. Like, and yet here, the cameos felt a little forced in just for the sake of showing them. And it's like, don't do that. You can use Luke all you want. Just do it where it fits the story necessarily. Like here, it took away from Boba's story, which we didn't really get to cover a whole lot. And it was just to force in Baby Yoda to be in the next season of Mando already. Which takes away from the whole build-up of the first 2 seasons and losing them. So it's like, I don't agree with that. Let's put it that way. Putting it nicely.